Welcome to my channel. I am the Onyx Jaree, and I am so excited to have you here on my channel. If this is your first time, welcome. If you are joining me back for another video, I thank you so much for coming back to see what I have to say. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment below. Just say hey, whatever you feel like it. As you can see by the title of the video, today we are going to talk about plus size dating. Do's and don'ts. Okay, so I have been a plus size woman all of my life since coming out the womb. You know, what can I say? Your girl likes to eat, and I don't know if it's my genetics. My ancestors just don't want me to be great. God don't want me to be on a pole, but the curves have never went anywhere. So I have definitely had my time of dating as a plus size woman in this society. So I thought I'd just share, based on some experiences, some quick little do's and don'ts to dating in the plus size world. So if you're interested in that, let's go. If not, go ahead and like while you're here. Go ahead and subscribe before you go. And I'll see you on the next video. But I hope you stay. Stay. Let's get into it. So I have my iPad here, and I put some tips in my notes. So if I'm looking down, like, that's what I'm looking at, just to make sure I stay on track of what it is that we're supposed to be discussing, which is plus size dating do's and don'ts. So the first plus size dating don't is to not date someone that has a fetish for plus size women, or are like infatuated in a sense that it's kind of like, it's like they're itching a scratch or something, but more so that you want to be with somebody that desires you, right? So make sure that you're with someone that desires, or that you're dating someone that desires you, and that it is not a fetish. So oftentimes when I talk to people and, the conversation starts off good and it's like, oh yeah, I love me a BBW. What? Like, why do you even have to tell me that? Why can't I just be a woman or a woman that you find beautiful, that you're interested in, that you want to talk to? Why I gotta be a big, beautiful woman? Like, there's no need for you to put that out there. So when you tell me I'm a BBW, then that makes me think that you be on Pornhub looking up BBW, and I'm just somebody that you feel like you can put that into action. So just make sure that you find somebody that desires you. When they address you or when they compliment you, it should just be that you're beautiful. It should just be that you're sexy. It should just be that you're gorgeous, not that you are my ultimate hate, cute for a big girl. So I'm confused. Are you trying to tell me that if I wasn't big, I wouldn't be cute? Or because I'm big, that makes me cute? Like, I be wanting them to further explain what they mean when they tell me that I'm cute for a big girl. Like, what does that even mean? I mean, is there this like notion that all big girls is just ugly, or are we not supposed to be cute? I don't understand it. But that is my first don't. Make sure that it is somebody that sees you for you, because what happens if I lose weight? You're not gonna want to be with me no more? I mean, these are questions that need answers. So that's my first don't. Make sure you're with somebody, or don't date someone that is a fetish, or that being a plus size woman is a fetish for them. But try to make sure it's somebody that just desires and wants to be with you for who you are, and you just happen to be a bomb plus size woman. Okay? All right, moving on. Let's see. Next, I guess I'll switch it up and do a do, right? So we covered a don't. A do is to be confident. That's the ultimate thing. I think some men find confidence sexier than anything else. And especially as plus size women, sometimes you tend to kind of accept whatever you think you deserve, or whatever we think is supposed to be or looks right, But I think that when you begin to love yourself and when you have the confidence that's like, this is who I am and there's nothing you could tell me, whether you think I'm beautiful or not, I know I'm beautiful, then I think when you exude that, then it draws people to you, whether it be friendships or whether it be relationships. When you have that confidence about you, it definitely draws people in. So make sure that when you are out on the dating scene, if you're putting yourself back out there, whether it be on dating sites, whether it be, you're going out to different locations, and giving dating a shot, make sure that you just exude confidence. Just, I am who I am, and you're either going to like it or you're not, because believe you me, there is somebody for everybody. I know I'm not the only one that be looking, and you'd be like, bruh, if they got somebody, there has to be somebody for me. So you just have to know, like, I am beautiful, and somebody is going to find me attractive. Somebody is going to find me beautiful. And so you just have to own in it, because whoever doesn't think that you are, that means that they're not the person that's meant for you. So just be who you are, be confident, love yourself, because if you can't love yourself, like RuPaul says, how in the heck you gonna love somebody else? Or how you gonna expect somebody else to love you? So just confidence. I know it's easier said than done. I've struggled with it all of my life, but I think that once I find, or when I'm in my most confident moments, then that's when, everybody else tends to gravitate towards me. I know that for me, cutting my hair off, like, it was definitely a deciding moment for myself. And when I first cut it off, I'm like, I don't really like this. So then other people was like, I don't know, something's missing. But once I started to own it, and once I started to like, this is what I did, I'm happy with my decision, and you either gonna like it or you're not gonna like it, then the outcome started to shift. So just making sure that you know who you are, love who you are, and be confident in who you are. That means that you're not relying on somebody else to come and tell you that you're beautiful, because you already know that you're beautiful. So make sure that confidence is A1, because at the end of the day, love you, boo. If don't nobody else love you, you love you. Okay? So let's move on. The next don't is do not settle. Do not settle. Okay? Oftentimes it's like we think, when you find somebody attractive, you be like, ooh, whose son is that? Like, why did they make him that gorgeous? Why? Like, it should be a crime to look that fine. Y'all caught the rhyme? It is men out there that just captivate you. Or if you're a plus size man and there's women out there that just captivate you, oftentimes we'd be like, oh no, they probably wouldn't, especially when it comes to different sizes. So being plus size and finding somebody that's, smaller in size attractive, or vice versa, being smaller in size and finding somebody that's plus size attractive, you're like, they probably won't go for me, or they're probably not interested. Don't settle. If somebody tries to talk to you and that's not what you want, know what you want. Set your expectations up front. And I think sometimes we feel like because we're plus size and it's already harder for us, then that means that we have to accept, like, okay, he's not that good looking, but he treats me right. No, baby, if you want him to treat you right and look good, then who? You don't fit one of the categories, and I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but you got to go. Do not settle. Go after what you want, and demand what you deserve. It's all about that. Confidence is knowing your worth. And when you know how much you're worth, and you know how much you would be of a value to somebody else, then at the end of the day, don't be putting discounts on yourself. Charge the full price. Ain't no discounts. The economy is going down because Corona, but baby, I'm still full price item. I'm not cheaper. Okay? And that's how we need to go out in life. Do not settle. Do not accept less, because you deserve the best. Whether you're plus size, whether you're small, it's a message for everybody. You deserve everything that you desire. And so I would just say that making sure you do not settle is a big biggie in the dating industry, but specifically for plus size women or plus size males, do not settle. Don't settle. Okay? Go for the big fish. Go for what you want. Okay? So we just did a don't. Let's do a do. Okay? Do take risk. So oftentimes when you're dating, it's kind of within that don't settle realm, but don't be afraid to be out there. Don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid, to step out of your comfort zone. Like, you have to take risk. And I know there's a saying that I really like that says, when you begin to get uncomfortable, that's when things start to shift. And so when you continue to do, they say that when you do the same thing over and over again, that's insanity. So I would say take risks, try something different. If you're one that you're like, oh, I'm going to meet somebody in person, try a dating site. If you only do dating sites, try getting out and going somewhere. I mean, at the Corona pass, don't do it right now, because if you do it right now, then you might be sick. So let's wait until Corona is over. But once Corona is over, if you normally only doing online dating, step out, go somewhere, do yourself up, get your best rags on, put your best fit on, and go somewhere. Go to a nice lounge, go to a nice eatery, and try to just put yourself out there in a different way than you normally do and take different risks. Oftentimes too, we just kind of stick to our comfort zones. Yes. Do take risk, try different things, try new things, step out of your comfort zone, step out of the box. If it's like, for me, one thing I say often is I do not like the outdoors. I just don't like to perspire. I don't, when it start to sweat, I be mad, then I get an attitude. It just be like downhill from there. So something I would do is to take risk. And if I meet somebody that says they love the outdoors, I think in any relationship or friendship, there has to be a compromise. So I would try an outdoor event. Now, I would let them know up front that I'm not an outdoors person. And so they'll know that I'm doing it because I have an interest in them. And so I want to experience the things that make them happy. But I'm going to be trying something new because I don't really hiking and all that kind of stuff. I'm just not an outdoor person. Like, that just doesn't intrigue me due to like bugs and stuff. And then, like I said, I don't like sweating. But if, again, I want to try new things and I want to take risk and this is somebody I'm really interested in, then I would do that to experience things that they like that I wouldn't normally experience. So make sure you take risks. Don't be afraid to step out of the box and try new things and see where it takes you. I mean, when you start to change up the pattern and switch it up, you never know what's going to happen. So again, that was the next one, to take risk. Okay? Take risk. And then the last one is to not limit your partner. So like oftentimes, we see people and it's a nature, we can't help it. It's bad and we probably wish it wasn't there, but we tend to judge. And so oftentimes there's like these notions that plus size women or plus size people in general are lazy or they're not athletic but I don't know about y'all, but I see some plus size women that be doing it. Like, I mean, from the fitness to the workouts, because I don't know why people think that everybody that's plus size just likes to eat and sit around, which is not the case. You have plenty of people that have PCOS and that no matter what they do, they cannot lose weight. Like, it's something that's in their body that permits them from being able to lose weight. I mean, you have people that don't eat, but again, their body stores food. So when they eat that one meal throughout the day, it doesn't go anywhere. So there's different reasons for why people are plus size. Not to say that there aren't people that are not healthy or making wiser or healthier choices in their decision making. But again, it's not always that, they just sit around and they eat and they don't work out. That's not the case. So I would say don't limit. If you find somebody attractive and you start to date someone that's plus size, be it male or female, don't, want to do something and then not do it because, of their situation or because you think, they may not be into that. If you want to go out and you want to go dancing, see if they want to go dancing. If you want to go and you want to go take a hike, see if they want to go take a hike. So just don't limit your partner. Don't feel that because they are plus size, there are things that they can't do or, things that they may not want to do. Ask them, open it up and make it a part of the conversation and see where they are with it, because they may be comfortable with it and you won't ask them because you, again, are putting a limit on them based on their size or what you can see or things like that. So, just be sure to have that open communication. Talk about things. If there's something that you're interested in and there's something that you want to do, but you may not be sure, ask them. But then also be considerate of your partner. So like for me, I don't want anybody to ask me to go to an amusement park only because I'm going to do what? Walk around, because a lot of these rides are not made for me. It's not even my weight, but more so I'm top heavy. And so like the ones that have bars that come down, it don't close, right? So it doesn't fasten, so I'm not able to ride it. And so at that point, no matter how confident you are, it can be embarrassing. So I would just be considerate of your significant other or of the person that you're interested in and, do research, check to see before you go and want to do parasailing, what's the weight limit, you know, because again, it's just being considerate of the person that you are dating. So again, you don't want to limit your partner, but you also want to make sure that you're being considerate and that you're taking the extra steps to say like, hey, I care about you. And, you know, I know that this may be an issue, and go from there. But again, open communication is key. And I think when you have that open communication, there's nothing that can come and stand in the way. Just compromise, communication, confidence, all of those good things that we talked about in the do's, make sure that those are exuding throughout. So make sure you're complimenting your significant other. Another do not mention like size and weight. Like try to stay away from that, because no matter how confident a woman might be, you know, you don't want to hear it all the time. And so I may be confident, but I don't want you to call me big. Or if I ask you, you know, how do I look, or do I look fat in this, just don't even ignore it, because you're walking into a trap. You're walking into a trap. Don't even try to be like, I love you the way you are. No, because that's not answering the question. That's going around the question. And so then in their mind, they're going to be thinking, okay, well, what was the answer going to be? Like blah, 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 blah. So just try to avoid it altogether. Continuously compliment, continuously, you know, let her know or let him know that he's handsome, let her know that she's beautiful, and continue to open that floodgates of praises and flattering and all of those things. So that way that's not even something they have to think about. So that's just my input on it. It's really hard out here. You know, you struggle all the time, because I'll be like, what is this about? And half the time I'm just like, nah, I don't even want to take the chance, because you never know with people. A lot of times they come off like, okay, they may actually find me attractive. And then after that, it's just like, okay, no, they just wanted to experiment and experience, and I'm just not with it. I'm not an experiment. So I think it's just about being open and being confident. I make sure I post full body pictures. I make sure I'm not trying to, you know, choose angles and things like that. No, this is what you're getting. And if you don't want this, then I'm gonna need you to go find what it is that you want, because it's not this, right? So I think just having that confidence and knowing who you are, and knowing that there's somebody out there that is waiting on you, that will find you, that deserves you, and that you deserve. And the moment that you step out of the box, the moment that you take those risks, the moments that you up that confidence, the moment that you know that you're worth the full price rack. Not the red tag specials in the back, full price window type quality. That's what we need to be on. And until then, let them window shop until they're ready for it, and until they deserve it, until they work for it, until they're ready to step up to the plate. Let them window shop. But you need to make sure that you are putting yourself front and center. Front and center. Take care of yourself. Keep your nails done. Do things that make you happy. Keep your hair done. If you like makeup, make sure you keep your makeup on point. Make sure your fit is nice. Get things that are comfortable for you. Like for me to be in ultimate confidence, I make sure I get, like we discussed in the last video, if you haven't go watched it, or if you haven't watched it, go watch it. My try on haul, I make sure I order my clothes a size bigger, because I don't want anything to be fitted and things to be accentuated that I don't want to be accentuated. So I'd rather have a looser, relaxed fit, and it makes me feel more comfortable or confident in my clothing, because that's my preference. So just know your body, because if not, I'll stand in the mirror and I'll start criticizing myself worse than anybody else, because we are our worst critics. We do it all the time without knowing. So I just say that just figure out what it is and who you want to be in the world, and go after it. And just make sure you stay true to yourself. And look, they lost. That's how I see it. They lost. So thank you so much for watching and coming back to my channel. I hope that something I said resonated with you. If you have some other do's and don'ts, or things that you would like to share with the people in your experience of dating a plus size person, or being a plus size person in the dating world, then please put that in the comments below. If there was something that was said that resonated with you or that you like, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you get the next video. I will be back in your face on Friday. Remember, we drop videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.